Yo, we are live. Yo, Selina Saucy, what's up, boo? I see you.
Hi, Boo. How are ya?
Yo, I'm good. We had a tough weekend. Shout outs to DMX. I just wanted to get that out before we start this whole thing, man. I don't care what anybody say. DMX, hands down, is one of the greatest MCs of all time, and he deserves all the love and the homage that he's getting this weekend. It would not even be right if I start this dope ass episode of Falcon and my boy Bucky without giving a little shout out to DMX. And I love the fact that DMX is low key like the theme song for Deadpool. I think that's kind of fly too.
Yeah.
He kind of crept into the Marvel world. But that was me doing a quick little segue. I'm back. Yes, it is us, Cinema Rehab. I am the D Brown. That's Selena. We finna talk about some Marvel shit. Shout outs to everybody at Back to the Classics, by the way, Jay, Dave, everybody that we love, everybody that we create with. They gave us a platform so we could talk our truths, and we got some truths to talk about. We ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time. Y'all can see the imagery in the back. This episode went ham. It went HAM.
Two M's.
It went two hams. It went off. This joint went off. Where do we start? So, the whole world is watching is the name of the episode. We start off in Wakanda. We go 6 years back. We see Ayo. We see Ayo literally processing, kicking it with my boy Bucky, aka the White Wolf, aka Winter Soldier. No more. They do the words. They do the stuff to trigger it off. My man is sitting there in tears, fighting back tears because he did not turn into the Winter Soldier. Powerful scene. Sebastian Stan killed that. Killed it. There is no other word to say. Like, we look, this show and the pacing issues and all of that other stuff everybody has brought up already. I get it. They're telling a very slow burn of a story, but when you get good scenes, you get good scenes. This was a great scene. It adds to the layer for his story, his journey, what he's going through, and where he's at now. And very powerful. It left off last week with them actually meeting in the alley. So the episode picks up with them, and you get a little bit more with that back, kind of like that flashback. I really dig that scene. Selena, please tell me you like that scene.
I loved it because you could tell he's even worried about starting the
Yeah,
process. And she flat out gives him her word that she's not going to let him hurt anybody.
yeah,
And and
yeah.
when she's done repeating all those words and nothing happens, all of the tears that start streaming down his face, it was like a full release. Like, finally, I'm free.
Mhm.
And I think she even told him that he's free, and it just, that was a beautiful release.
I think a lot of people also have to realize that Wakanda is a big part of Captain America's story as well. Considering that we
Mm-hmm.
first got introduced to Black Panther in Civil War, we got that nice, stinger end credit scene with Bucky going, under, getting put on ice in Wakanda, and we get to first see like kind of a glimpse of what Wakanda is. So the fact that they are keeping Wakanda inside of the Captain America lore is awesome, dope. I think it was a brilliant move by bringing Ayo or Io or whatever the way you pronounce it. I hope I ain't butchering it, but just bringing her into the storyline is beautiful. You don't need a Koye, you don't need T'Challa, you don't even need Shuri. You just need one thread, and oh man, she comes in with the clutch. I told you I love the fact that she was telling Black Widow, yo, you better move. I'll move your shit. Like, for real. And now that, shout outs to Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Yo, I kind of want to see it. I want to see them scrap me. I low key do want to see it. Uh, all right.
You look want to see it. I too want to see it.
Yeah, he was like, as much as that would entertain me. um, so she puts them on 8-hour notice. She like, look, I know y'all got Zemo. I don't even want to know why you broke him out of jail. Obviously, y'all have your own reasons. We got our reasons. He killed King T'Chaka, so y'all got 8 hours. We coming back. The Dora Milaje don't play that. So they slip, they dip. He give her back the Wakanda beads. that ends that. Bucky doesn't keep it a secret. He tells Sam and them, yo, the Dora Milaje is outside. They are on us. They gave us 8 hours. We need, whatever we doing, we need to wrap this up. We need to get to the bottom of this. Sam and Karli kind of have like the hero versus villain talk down. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a cool conversation. I thought it was a cool conversation that they have. I feel like every time a hero and a villain or a good guy and a bad guy have a conversation, like, and they don't fight, they don't just throw fists automatically. Because I feel like we got introduced to the Flag Smashers, we immediately started putting them in conflict with each other. You know, like, so it was cool for them to just, this is my ideology. This is my ideology. Okay, I kind of agree with you. I just don't like the way you're going about it. Okay, I don't like the way you're doing this. I don't do that. Well, I need you to trust me. Why should I trust you? Like, they had like an actual conversation, and I dug it. I really respected it.
Well, here's my question to you. In that conversation, which one's the hero? Which one's the villain?
It's kind of fucked up, actually, because you really, to answer it, you got the GRC, like this thing that they introduced after the blip, and they ain't taking care of everybody. You know, the refugees ain't getting treated right. And it sounds like the Flag Smashers got a legitimate claim to why they're doing what they're doing, but it still doesn't call for the violence. It still doesn't call for, innocent lives getting blown up in buildings. Like, the way they're going about it like a terrorist organization. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like instead of them trusting the process or trying to find a different way to get the results that they're looking for, they feel like the government has forced their hand, So
it's like what Sam said. I understand your fight. I'm not with the way that you're fighting it.
Exactly. So in a way, you can't really say that they're villains, more or less. They just basically are an extreme radical situation that got pushed.
They're misunderstood.
They is definitely misunderstood. They're definitely misunderstood. But the last time I see something like that, have you ever seen the movie Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino? And they sit in the diner, like, they've been chasing each other the whole movie, and then they finally just say, let's just sit, let's chill. I don't want to chase you right now. You don't want to chase me. I'm tired. Let's drink some coffee and let's talk some shit. Let me figure this out. Let me figure out mentally where you're at. And then tomorrow, if you want to go to the bank and rob the bank and do what you're about to do, just know I'm going to be there and we're going to scrap. And it was a respect there. You know what I'm saying? I think Sam was trying to get a respect for Karli and trying to kind of bring in his old background. Because when we met Sam literally was talking with, veterans that were having issues. And like that's Sam's territory. The problem with this episode is Johnny Walker Blue, aka Decap, not my Captain America, is so thirsty in this episode, man. He is so
thirsty little bitch.
Oh man, he's the thirst level of this douche. Like, yo, he came in there doing way too much. Like, yo, he's going back to jail. I get it, man. Zemo broke out. Yeah, I get it. He said, but yo, Zemo's useful, man. Like, he's getting shit done for us right now. Like, we get to the bottom of things with Zemo. Yeah, he can't be trusted, but at the end of the day, all you've been doing is just coming up in here and strutting your shield and and just spitting, just doing too much.
Zemo did more in 5 minutes than Not My Cap has done this entire series thus far.
For real. And even Black Bucky, aka Lamar, trying to talk a little sense into him. He's like, yo, man, they got a point, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, John, let Sam go holler at Karli. But as always, while Sam is hollering at Karli, here comes Captain America, aka Decapitation America, walking into the building, messing that whole situation up, and things got a little crazy. Things got crazy. So whatever was happening between Sam and Karli, that got broken up real quick. That trust is broken. That got squashed. Zemo did something cool. Zemo shot Karli. That was kind of crazy. And she spilled the serums on the ground. And I thought for a moment Zemo probably would have took one for himself, but Zemo stayed true to the character and he stomped them shits out. He said, yo, no super soldiers for 2021. Fuck all that. We don't got time for none of that, yo. He conveniently missed one. Fucking fucking Zemo.
Was it convenient though?
Well, he did get hit in the face with a shield.
So was it convenient? Convenient for
he would have
Johnny Walker
found
Blue.
it. He would have found it if Johnny Walker Blue didn't slide in there and kind of messed that up for him. Anywho, Johnny Walker Blue comes up on a serum bottle instead of, giving it to the proper people. He decided to keep it for himself, and he kept it low key. He didn't tell Lamar Hoskins about it. He just said, nah, I think I might keep this. I might need this a little bit later. And he was right, because what proceeded in the next scene, what proceeded after, I should say, was hands down one of the greatest things I've ever seen in the MCU. The Dora Milaje, they gave them their 8-hour times table, and they came to collect their receipt.
They stole the show and they walked out with it with beauty and grace.
Oh man,
they were not messing around. They gave it to them.
They brought the business. They brought the rated E hands and feet. Everybody in the room caught the smackdown. Everybody. Sam caught the smackdown. He didn't even want it that bad. He was blocking. He's like, I didn't even want to fight y'all.
He gave Johnny Walker Blue a warning. He said, hey, you want to fight Sam before you even mess with the Dora Milaje.
He said, yo, you might want to fight Bucky before you even fight the Dora. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not Sam. Yeah, that's what I meant.
No. I know exactly. Trust. I know exactly what you meant. But oh man. But you know what? I don't think Johnny Walker Blue's intentions was to fight the Dora. He just don't know how the Dora gets down. His first mistake was touching her. I was like, nah, son. Nah.
My point. And
then I love it.
Cocky ass little bitch.
Oh my God. Yo, we don't even know other shorty's name, and she holding the shield like, this is vibranium. This is us. Like,
and the way that she stomped on it and ooh.
You know what the vibes gave me? You remember when Chris was in the elevator and he was like, before we get started, I just want to know who was to get out. And he washes all of them up and go, boom. He said, this ain't personal. He said, it kind of feels like it's personal. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the callbacks on this show are so beautiful, but man, the ass kicking in this room, it could not be better choreographed. It was beautiful. It was beautifully orchestrated. Ayo fucked everybody up. Ayo disassembled Bucky's arm.
And I was going to say, I don't know what I like best. That, how she stomped on the shield and grabbed it just like our Cap did. Or freaking Bucky. Looking good, John.
Oh, no. Bucky instigated in the background being the world star. Oh, I love that. But he tried to intervene, and that's my issue with Bucky on this one. I'm not mad at Bucky, though. Bucky tried to intervene like, all right, chill. Don't beat him up. Like, chill. That's really what he was trying to do. And she's like, nah, there ain't no chilling. I told you what needed to be done. And the sad part was they were there for Zemo, and Zemo got away. Zemo saw everything that was happening, and he slid out the back door like a little rat.
That was gonna happen. As soon as he saw the Dora Milaje walk in, what did he do? He grabbed his bottle and said, I'm going to go stand
He grabbed his Turkish delights. He grabbed his sweets. He's like, let me grab my candy. I need to leave.
And then conveniently went this way and then into the bathroom and locked the door. Like, duh. Oh, like, are we really shocked that happened? No.
Yeah, I'm not shocked at all. Beautiful scene, probably best scene of the series, hands down. Just that whole exchange.
We watched those few minutes like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, I'm at number 6, and shout out to everybody in the group. We did a spoiler thread. And that's the only scene we've been talking about. Like the rest of the series, we obviously talked about that. Obviously you see my background, but that's like the only scene that mattered. Like it was like y'all booked this Dora Milaje so strong in this. You know what I'm saying? Like You put full respect on Wakanda's name, full respect. Like, and we feel it, we respect it, we appreciate it. The culture is in love with it. So yes, I'm happy, I'm pleased. Everybody on Team Wakanda is pleased with the respect that you put on the Dora's name. And they left and they said Zemo got away. They said, cool, leave the shield, give him back his arm. We're out. We did what we needed to do. We'll go catch up with him. He couldn't have got that far. We'll get him. We will get him.
The first time that I had watched that scene, I at the very end of it before I rewound it, I was like this.
You brought it back. He was like,
I was like, yes.
It was that good shit. It made you feel good on the inside, like, Thank you. Just thank you. We appreciate you. Like, because it restored the balance. Because you know how bad we wanted to fuck John Walker up? Do you know how bad I wanted to see him get? I've been wanting his fade to get caught for a minute. I was like, who's going to run his fade? It got to be Bucky. I hope Bucky runs his fade first. But Bucky.
My mom was watching it with me, and that scene, she was so confused. But that's not Captain America. And I'm like,
who that is? Nah, so moms, that's Johnny Walker Blue.
America. So I had to pause it really quick and just give her a very quick rundown. And then I played it again. And then she's watching it like there's just so much going on. And at the end, I'm like this, yes. And she goes, what's this? And I'm like, Mom. I was like, I forgive me.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
She's watching all the Marvel movies in order with me. We haven't gotten to
moms. I see moms chime in a few times, and moms, that ain't Captain America. I just want to go on record in this episode and go, that ain't our Cap. All right, he ain't never gonna be our Cap. He just ain't, and that's just the way it's gonna be. He gonna have to come up off that shield in the next episode. I gave him a deadline. He got 8 hours to come up off that shield. He got 8 hours. He gotta get that shield back, especially after get his ass whooped the way he did. Like, put the shield down. You don't even know who the Dora Milaje is. You're not cultured. You unseasoned ass chicken. You just not cultured enough to wear that shield. Even Steve Rogers would have known, like, hey, look, we don't want no smoke. Come on, Sam, let's get up out of here. We don't want no smoke with y'all. We good. We don't want no smoke.
You got him.
We appreciate you. Thanks for the shield, by the way. Respect. Hey, Wakanda, we got no beef with Wakanda. We are good. We are straight. This unseasoned chicken didn't even understand this. He's the guy, Johnny Walker Blue, man. Wyatt Russell, you're doing a great job, by the way. As an actor, you are doing an awesome job. I hate your character. Like,
the fact that we hate your character this much means you are
killing it. You are I hope you do become U.S. agent. I hope they do create a Thunderbolts. But I don't want you to be Captain America no more. That's done. You gotta take the whole outfit off. In fact, that shield being on that Dora, that belongs to her now. Get rid of that shield. That shit don't belong to you no more. Just take that shit off. You're done. Unfortunately, Johnny Walker Blue is not done in this episode. So we see a couple of things come to head. Karli, she threatens Sam's sister, and the nephews. So that springs Bucky and Sam into action. And I love the fact that they put their outfits on. They ready to fight. You know, I ain't see Sam's wings for a minute, and Sam put the wings on. He's like, yo, that's how you get my attention? Like, she said, I told you to come alone, but still, like, look, you ain't got to threaten my peeps to get my attention. And the drama ensued quickly. Sharon Carter pulls up for a nice little cameo. She's tracking John Walker. John Walker is on their ass. He catches up with them, and they grab Lamar. Poor Lamar, man.
I feel bad for him.
I kind of feel bad for Lamar, man. Karli kicks the homie in the chest, and he don't make it. He don't make it at all. Those super soldier kicks, man. They hit different when you ain't got the right padding on. And obviously my man didn't have on the shit he needed to have on, because the way he hit that pillar, my man's Fat Joe leaned back. He got leaned back. He was done. He's out. Out like a light.
I was like, They could have at least paralyzed him, made him a quadriplegic, but to kill him, damn.
I think the message
Damn.
was clear that this episode needed to take a drastic dark turn, and killing Lamar is the justifiable means to push Johnny Walker Blue over the edge. That's my reasoning for why we got what we got. Because when that happened, and they've been homies, they told that story correctly. They were homies from day one. They were in the war together. Like that's his man's. That's like if Bucky died right in front of Captain America, which he has already. Like Steve seen Bucky fall from that train. That fucked Captain America up. You know what I'm saying? And to see his mans come back, he's like, yo, bro, I thought I lost you. I thought you was gone. I can't fight you. So if you got to beat me up and kill me, do it, man. But like I told you, I'm going to follow you to the end of the line. So I understand when your Bucky dies, it's real. And Black Bucky died. And John took the serum off screen. We didn't even know he took the serum until I see him bending pipes and kicking people through walls. I said, John done took the serum. You done killed Bucky you done killed Lamar while the serum's in him.
And like a jackass, didn't even give Lamar half of it.
I would have gave Lamar at least 40%. 40 acres in a mule for Lamar. He deserved 40% of that serum. Son. But a lot of pressure from that ass kicking earlier is the reason why that serum, John, maybe we're missing a critical piece of the story thread of John being pressured about being Captain America. Like, I'm not living up to the potential. I feel like the world is watching me be Captain America. I'm signing autographs, but I'm not doing a good enough job. And I think he took that to heart. And I think that Dora Milaje ass kicking was enough for him. He said, nah, that ain't never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen to me again. Yo. And he somewhat got retribution. Somewhat. He handled a couple of flag smashers. We got a nice action piece. And Sam did peep the strength. Sam peeped it and said, yo, what did you do?
Yeah.
Sam peeped it.
And as soon as Lamar died, too, Karli was like, oh, shit. Like, yeah. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, and I don't think she intended it to, but she knew that somebody had to die. And killing...
But at the same time, I don't think she wanted to kill anybody in that moment. And the fact that she did by mistake, she booked it. All the flag smashers booked it. Even Bucky and Sam said,
I find it interesting that the flag smasher that he caught up with was the flag smasher that was like, yo, I used to look up to Captain America when I was little. You know, that was the homie that was having a conversation with Karli a little bit earlier.
That was the most heartbreaking part of that scene.
Yeah, it's kind of because he was like, yo, I looked up to that dude. That was obviously that ain't who you were looking up to. You was looking up to Steve Rogers, but you know what I'm saying? So for him to catch up on that particular dude was very symbolic. And man, when he caught up to this man, yo. And Disney Plus, to your credit,
he asked that guy, asking her where is she, and all he said was, I didn't do it, like hands up and everything, and boom, with the damn shield.
You get the money shot. It was already too late. It was already happening before, and your adrenaline's running high. You jumping out of windows. You superhero landing on buses. Yo, Captain America 2 was wildin'. Yo, Johnny Walker Blue, you was wildin' in this episode. Wildin'.
He turned to Decapitation America real quick.
Decapitation America is now in full effect. To see that blood on the shield was the craziest imagery for the last shot of this episode. It's gonna have a mad ripple in episode 5. Like episode 5, the ramifications behind that action, what he did, just the camera phones coming out, which is so us, like so now, you know?
Yeah.
Like we'll watch a murder take place and we will videotape everything on the phone. So the fact that the appropriate title for this episode, The World is Watching. Like, the world is always watching. Like, you cannot get away with anything.
The only issue that I have with everybody recording it and everything, I mean, obviously nobody's going to try and stop him because they see how strong he is, how powerful he is. Like, who am I to try and stop this from happening? But Karli was there and watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's
to be
the
honest
issue
with you,
I have with it. The fact that
she was kind of like in the cut, kind of watching it go down. But I don't think she knew it was going to get escalated to that level. Even she was shocked. Yeah, even she was shocked. So that's going to change her mental going into episode 5.
She's probably going to go after Sam's sister now.
Or I was thinking more of the government, how the government's going to react to it. The government can react to it like, all right, we could cover it up.
Yeah.
We could make it seem like you was doing what you needed to be doing for the country.
Cover up.
Yeah. So it depends because he hasn't been Captain America that long. So I don't see the government stepping in to take that shield away from him because obviously they put that shield on him for a reason. So I'm curious to see what's Walker's next move. I know Sam and Bucky definitely are going to try to come get the shield off him like immediately. Like they're like, yo, he ain't even the same person. He's different, you know?
Yeah, I told you in the last episode, this is definitely a much more violent Captain America, and you were like, it wasn't that bad. No, I told you so.
I think they heard me. They heard me and said, let's turn up the notch a little bit. Because what I was reading about, like I tried to tap into a lot of the US agent stuff and current US agent and then previous US agent and just John Walker, period. And yeah, I know he can get crazy. I know it's there. And I knew that they were going to try something, but this was perfect. Like, this was just enough. Like, he got humbled, and then he said, nah, that ain't going to be happening to me no more. Like, nah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm dealing with super soldiers. I need to be a super soldier. And he did that. He did that for the reasons that they presented to us, and they are justifiable reasons. It felt a little rushed, but the execution of it, I'm fine with. I'm okay with how we arrived at our destination because a lot of people are not happy about him being Captain America. So whatever leans him in a different direction, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm good. Like, you know, he went full Homelander. He did. He went full Homelander. Like, yeah, he did that. I've never been so anxious to watch an episode. Now, WandaVision always had me anxious. I'm mad anxious to see what episode 5 is. I hope they can keep that momentum for these last 2 episodes that they got because there's so many plots going on. Power brokers, Sharon, you know, I got to still figure out if Sharon is working for S.H.I.E.L.D. Are you a double agent? Are you working for the power broker? Like, I got mad questions about Sharon Carter right now.
My biggest question is who's going to get to Zemo first? Wakanda or Bucky and Sam?
Judging by the way things have been going, I want to go Bucky and Sam, but I got a good feeling the Doors will get them. The Doors will catch them. And you know what's fucked up? I don't want that to happen because I like Zemo in this show. I really do like Zemo in this show. I like Zemo. Like,
I'm on the fence with him.
I'm not. He mad cool. Like, from the dance in the club.
Oh, well, that I liked. That's why another reason why I'm on the fence. But
man, Zemo, you on your bully. You came straight out with some Bobby Schmurder shit. I love him.
The information for the funeral from that kid, and then looked at them and said, "Those 2 men are bad. This is our secret."
Well, he's a master manipulator.
And I know, but then he tells them anyway, and it's like, those kids saw you with them.
There's probably a lot more information that he might have gotten that we don't know about. So I'm gonna reserve that. I'm gonna reserve that for later because Zemo has an agenda. He always got a nice agenda. He's been slowly taking care of his side of his agenda. Bucky got his agenda. Sam got his agenda. Zemo got his agenda. Zemo took care. I called him Zemo, like Zemo Gold. Zemo's handling business. Zemo done took care of Nagel. He said, all right, you won't be making any more of them serums. Zemo took care of the serums that was in front of him.
He needs leverage, and maybe the leverage is so that Sam and Bucky can try to get Wakanda to understand. Like, hey, no, wait, hold on.
Nah, this looks non-negotiable at this point. I don't
know. I mean, what other leverage could he have?
I don't know. You know what? That's interesting. That's an interesting way to kind of look at it. But man, judging by the way they acted, nah, I don't think that shit's gonna happen. And then also I don't know what state Wakanda's in right now. I don't know who's sitting on the throne. I don't know what's happening on a diplomatic level. Why the Doras feel like they got that jurisdiction to hit the streets and do that. And they're like, yo, our jurisdiction is our jurisdiction. And we want to handle business, we handle business. Like, understandable. I mean, maybe they told him
he to go because they knew he broke out of prison.
I think that shit is just crazy, like what's unfolding. I heard like a mysterious cameo, and I don't believe in these rumors. I try not to, especially after WandaVision. But I heard like we're supposed to get like one good major cameo, so we'll see. I feel it's Wakanda related, but a lot of people say, nah, it might not be. I'm hoping it's General Ross. I want a Thunderbolts. I want John Walker to get utilized somehow. Now that he's a super soldier, I do not want him to turn to the dark side. I want him to be an anti-hero of some sort. Like, I want them to channel whatever the hell he is and push him into that U.S. agent role, but get him the fuck away from Captain America. I don't want you with that outfit on anymore. You're done. You're done. You're done out of here, buddy. You're gone. You're done. For real. Do you have any crazy predictions for episode 5 before we wrap this up?
Nothing too crazy, no. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see more of the Doras. I'm sure Zemo's gonna pop up at the most inconvenient time.
Yeah. I feel like episode 5 should be good enough to get us to the bridge. It will bridge us to episode 6, and we'll get a little bit of satisfaction. I think next episode is going to deal with the ramifications of what John just did, for sure.
Definitely, yes. But I also feel like that broker is going to show up at some point. Maybe not physically show up.
Yeah.
But it, like, in a sense, like, get in touch with Karli.
That would be a nice way to end episode 5. Like, the power broker finally reveals himself, and you're like, oh shit, this is the power broker for real. But it might not even be a face we recognize. It might be just a random nobody, or they might get a
thing, like, maybe not actually like literally show up, but just make more of a presence, like calling and texting and threatening.
Yeah, because there's a lot of symbolism in the show and the credits. The power broker's watching, this person's watching. Yeah, they talk about him like, this dude is Kaiser Sose at the moment. Like, you got to appear now. Like, you're too much of a myth at this point. I need to know who saw you. I need to know if somebody know what you look like. Like, nobody talks about you like, oh, I kicked it with him yesterday at the club. Like, nah, like you don't come out. So it's interesting, but he knows what's going on. He's on Karli's ass too. He's like, look, he's sending them death threat texts like, yo,
or she,
you better run. Hey, somebody, oh, he or she, you better run me my serums. I'm a girl. You better quit playing with me. You running around here with property that's not yours.
Only don't act like you forgot.
Yeah. Yo, for real.
Bitch, better have my serum.
Exactly. Episode 4 is in the bag. Thank you so much for your time, Selina.
Thank you for yours.
I appreciate it. I find these things to be very therapeutical. I need to talk about these things after they're done. That's why I was begging you. I said, girl, you watch yet? You watch? Hurry up.
I'm watching now.
We need to get this review done now. We need to let these people know how we feel. And honestly, yeah, as of right now, episode 4 has boop, 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 boop. It's my
It's
favorite
worth
one.
my $7 a month.
Yeah, it's my favorite one. It's my favorite one of the whole series. I like episode 4. Episode 4 delivered some goodies, some goodies, some goodies, some goodies. Episode 5 and 6 need to keep the same energy. If it doesn't keep the same energy as this episode 4, oh man, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be mad.
Keep delivering us the goodies and the baddies.
Yo, and the baddies. Yeah, and I need the baddies too, man. But I need this. Keep doing what y'all doing now. Y'all done put all the chips on the table. I like where we at now. Everything is on the table. I know everyone's agenda now. So now just keep doing what you're doing. We're good. The story is laid out. There ain't no more threads you got to pull. We're good. We're straight. We're good. You know, definitely. Me and Selina, we're coming back. Cinema Rehab got some things in the works, so just look out for us. Stay tapped in to our Back to the Classics page, our Back to the Classics movie page on Facebook. Obviously, you can reach us on our respective channels on our IG, also on our Twitter. What's your Twitter handle again?
At Mix Egyptian.
Yeah. And plus, that kind of is this. That isn't that the same your same handle as your IG as well?
Yeah, but that's private.
You know what? Don't listen to what I'm saying. Don't hit her up on IG. If you hit her up on IG, don't be a weirdo, y'all. Just hit her up on Twitter like a normal person, all right? You can hit me up on IG. I don't really care. But I got a link tree, so you can holler at me. I got my Twitter, I got everything, my Snapchat. Send me some crazy snaps. I'll snap back. It's all good. And then catch me in the movie page. Once again, we are always talking about shows, movies, pretty much anything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Catch us on the flip side. Stay tuned with us. We got some stuff coming up for Beat Network, and Back to the Classics got some cool stuff happening this month. So stay tapped in, period. All right. Shout outs to Jay and Dave. We out, and we'll see y'all for episode 5. Peace, love, all that good stuff.
Bye.